We've made our way from Alicante to Madrid, and in this video we'll spend a busy day exploring the city and some of its top spots. We'll stroll along Madrid's busy Sunday flea market, eat our way through a famous tapas street, visit Madrid's most popular food market, and give you our honest opinion on this infamous churros and chocolate place. Buenos dias from Madrid. Now here in Spain you actually have to say buenas, and when you go you have to say a luego.
That's cool. And in between?
In between you say no hablo español, solo un poco.
Oh, okay.
Un poquito, sí. I mean, I guess this is Plaza Mayor.
Yep.
Looks pretty mayor to me.
So if you like shopping and you don't mind big crowds of people, on Sundays here in Madrid, there's the El Rastro market. It's a kind of flea market, but it's more, I think, sellers that are here every weekend. You can spend a lot of time here. Loads of stalls. It is very crowded and very full. But it is also a nice, vibrant atmosphere. And with vibrant, I mean exhausting. No, it's cool.
And I already found something. I bought these little bracelets. They were 2 for €5, and I am already wearing one now.
Good souvenir for some friends.
Yes, it goes on and on and on, and there are more and more people.
That's a busy market. That's a very, very busy market. You can probably spend many hours here, and afterwards you'll need a nap.
I also found this cute little vest top thing. I like it.
Okay.
Very summery.
And you bought that for me, or?
You can borrow it.
All right, that's a good deal. Coffee is good, very good. We can recommend it. And now it's time for lunch. And right next to the market, the area of Latina starts, which is supposed to be very cool and especially good for finding good tapas restaurants.
Especially this one street, right?
Yeah, there's one street where there are lots of restaurants, many restaurants in one spot. So this street is called Cava Baja, and it is a really cool street. It's very picturesque. The history behind the street is also super interesting. This is basically where the outskirts of the city were, and you had a huge city wall. And so at this point, this is where stall keepers and travelers and merchants came to stay in the inns and hotels that were located here, and also to grab a bite to eat and a drink. But if you want to learn more about this street, before coming here we watched a really interesting video by James from the channel Spain Revealed, and he goes way more into the history of this whole area and all of the tapas bars here.
Very nice.
So since we started our trip here in Spain, we've been getting more and more into drinking vermouths. And this tapas bar here serves a really good one. They make it themselves and they serve it really nicely by spraying the glass with gin and then adding the vermouth and also some Campari, and it just tastes so good. This is probably the best one we've had on this trip. And that's saying a lot because, well, we didn't have that many, but we tried a few and this one is really good.
And you served some olives with it.
As is customary in many places here, but it's also very full and we want to eat something, so we're gonna head to a place that's next door. We really wanted to try this tomato-based dish. Basically, a huge pile of super juicy tomatoes. Let me just quickly try it. They're so juicy, so nice. Such intense tomato flavor. And they're topped with some green peppers. Super simple, but really nice dish. And of course, in every tapas place, we have to get at least one croqueta with ham inside. Super tasty. I like the smoke flavor from the ham.
These cod tempura fritters that we ordered are also really nice. They do taste a lot like the sea. Not in a weird fishy kind of way, but in a very fresh and salty kind of way. I like it. So we just went into a kiosk to buy some water and we saw these little candies that caught our eye. It says it's with dulce de leche. which is caramelized condensed milk, and we had to buy it. Oh no. So that was me in a nutshell, just dropping that thing. And also people that found it on the street were like, oh no, it's a bonobon. So I think they knew what it was.
They're precious.
They seem to be precious.
Basically like currency.
And they were also quite like sad for me. But we bought a new one. It's 25 cents, so it's okay. I think it's a good price. But let's see. Chewy, pudgy, and it has a really nice caramel flavor. Might be
slightly black. But yeah, good little pick-me-up if you've got that afternoon slump.
Can only recommend these.
So this is the San Miguel market, and as you can see, it's super busy. It's a very popular market. Loads of food here, really good looking food. It's not cheap. It's kind of expensive, but it is also very delicatesse-like, I think. At least from the looks of it. Okay, so the plan is we each select one thing to buy, and then we'll meet outside.
All right. Let's do that. I really like the fact that you can mix and match here because all the stalls are selling tapas, like small little dishes, and you can get one tiny mozzarella burger and then a piece of Iberico ham and then also a little, I don't know, crab cake.
And then some oysters.
And then some oysters. I like that, but it is very exhausting. So let's get out of here. Let's buy something and get out of here.
So Zoe got this focaccia sandwich. And I got, ta-da, a fried empanada. We just had to get away from that market. I mean, it is nice and busy, but it is also just very loud and exhausting, and we needed a small break from people.
So it was really hard to decide on what to get, because sometimes if you see everything at once, you think, oh my god, that all looks so great. But then if you have to choose one thing, it's kind of hard, because if you look at it closely, it's not that special anymore, if you know what I mean. But in the end I decided for this roast chicken focaccia because it looked very nice and you could pay by card. Simon had all of our money in his backpack and I didn't want to bother walking to him because it was so crowded.
Worth €5?
So the roast chicken is very soft and tender and the bread is packed with Italian herbs, so it tastes really good. Also the consistency is great and there's also a little bit of salad on it. It's a great combo.
So they really had at least 20 different versions of empanadas, and they had them in regular and then they also had fried empanadas. And I thought, okay, what's more special than a regular empanada? A fried empanada. Hadn't really seen that before. They look good. They are crunchy, I can hear that. And this one is with spicy beef inside. Looks a bit like a banana.
It doesn't. I don't think so. Can't see it.
It's very doughy, and especially from the frying, it feels like a really dense dough, because it is. The filling is nice though, really fragrant, nice and filling. Also not the cheapest. This cost €3.90.
Cheaper than mine.
Yeah, cheaper than yours, but it's not the cheapest market.
No. So while in Madrid, we had to give Chocolatería San Ginés a try. It feels like you have to go when you're here.
Yeah, it's not a hidden gem or anything.
It's the opposite of a hidden gem. There are queues outside. There's one really big line to be seated, and then you can also queue up for takeaway, which is a lot faster, so that's what we did. It's mainly about the chocolate because they're a chocolateria and they've existed since 1894, so they're an institution. And then you can order different things with it. You can also order ice cream with it, but the classic is to order churros with it. Churros are really fresh, really nice.
And how's the chocolate?
It's really good, but it's not too special, I would say. It's a dark chocolate, which means it's not too sweet, which is nice. But I wonder how the chocolate tastes at other chocolaterias. Whether it's really that different. that this whole hype is worth it, or the whole waiting in line is worth it.
I agree. The chocolate isn't really that special. It's nice chocolate. The churros are nice and crispy. All in all, I'm enjoying it. I think basically any kind of churros with chocolate is going to be pretty good.
With real chocolate, not like the cheap chocolate.
Exactly, yeah. It has to be real chocolate. It has to be good chocolate. And now we only have to finish this pot of chocolate. Cheers! This is a lot of chocolate.
How many calories do you think are in this cup?
At least 10.
The thing with churros is I always only feel like getting one single churro, because already while I'm eating the second churro, I don't enjoy it as much because it's just so sweet and fatty. Why don't they sell single ones?
We are now in Mercado San Antón to end this really nice day in Madrid. And Mercado San Antón is located in Chueca, which is also a very popular and hip district here in Madrid.
Bit of an LGBTQ plus.
Yes, Mercado San Antón is also really cool. It's got 3 layers. In the first 2 layers you've got some food stalls and way more seating options than in Mercado San Miguel. Here prices seem more reasonable and as we like them. You know, we like our prices low and our quality high.
Also, it's just started to rain. It's kind of cozy. It feels nice. It feels like it's finally cooling down a little bit. It's been quite hot today. It's a really great atmosphere. And yeah, that's how we're ending the day. We really hope you like this video. If yes, give it a thumbs up. And maybe write us in the comments what your favorite thing to do is in Madrid. And then we'll see you in the next one. And that was another episode of Spanish with Chloe.
The worst Spanish lesson in the world.
She can't even speak English properly.